New charges tonight in a deadly house fire last year in Schenectady. Two people now, Edward Leon and the victim's mother, Jennica Duell, accused of lying to investigators. It was May of 2013 when David Terry, his 3-year-old daughter Layah, 2-year-old son Michael, and 11-month-old stepson Donovan were all killed after police say that someone intentionally set fire to their home there on Hulett Street. Another 5-year-old named Safyre survived with serious burns. Duell's ex-boyfriend Robert Butler was initially charged with arson, but later was set free. The U.S. Attorney's Office dismissed the charges just this past February, claiming unusual and complex facts needed more investigation. Kimberly Howard live right now outside federal court in Albany with more on these new charges brought. Kimberly.
Well, Dory, as you mentioned, Duell is the mother in this case of those 3 children, and she did appear before a federal judge on charges of perjury. Now, the indictment, which was unsealed today, alleges that she lied to investigators when she gave that initial testimony and when she testified before a grand jury when she was speaking under oath. The indictment says that she lied about how the house was set on fire and who set the house on fire, and that information helped keep Butler behind bars for 9 months on arson and homicide charges. Now, Duell then changed her story, telling authorities that what she told investigators wasn't true. Duell pled not guilty in court today, but her defense attorney admits she did in fact change her story. He wouldn't comment on why his client might have lied, but he did offer more insight on why she decided to come clean.
When she and I talked, there was an individual who was incarcerated at the time, and he was incarcerated, I presume, because of her testimony, and we felt that since that was inappropriate, that we need to do, even though if it exposed her to a perjury charge, that we need to go back in and correct her testimony. So that's what we did.
Meanwhile, Edward Leon also went before a judge on perjury charges. He also pled not guilty. Court documents say Leon falsely testified that he had driven straight from Palatine Bridge to Amsterdam the night of the fire, when really he had driven to Schenectady and was in the vicinity of the fire when it was set. They say he also lied about sending text messages to Terry, who, as you mentioned, was the father of the children killed. Terry also died in the fire, but just to be clear, neither Duell nor Leon was charged with actually setting this fire, just those perjury charges. But should they be convicted, they could spend more than 5 years behind bars and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. Meanwhile, the ATF released this flyer today, which offers a $12,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or people responsible for that fire. Live in Albany, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.